Howdy, folks. Welcome to Thursday's Thoughts. So I'm changing things up a little bit. Was trying to figure out, I got Tuesday's tips, got Mental Health Monday, got Wellness Wednesday. Been trying to figure out how I want to really, brand, I guess, what I'm doing on Thursdays. So it's going to be called Thursday's Thoughts. It's going to be thoughts about leadership, about philosophy, about relationships with the world, and that kind of thing. Kind of from my, distinctly heathen viewpoint. But yeah, that's kind of what it's going to be. Today, I want to talk a little bit about change, and change as a good thing. Since I'm change, it dawned on me to do this because I'm changing up the format that I'm doing a little bit here. So now, change isn't necessarily a comfortable thing. As anybody who's ever been through any kind of change can relate. It can be quite uncomfortable, but usually it's well, nothing ever stays the same. So change is in a lot of ways completely inevitable. So keeping that in mind, the best thing to do is to focus in on what it is that you are wanting to manifest during a change. Big change for me happened when I got married. Big change that happened was when my first marriage ended in a divorce. A big change that happened for me was when I was medically retired from the Army. Each of these things I faced a different kind of obstacle, and had different things that I needed to do to overcome them. So were they good changes? Were they bad changes? Well, everything has pluses and negatives. I do have to say, though, that marrying Jessica was definitely a positive thing. She'd kick my ass if I didn't say that. She keeps me honest. She keeps me going. And I honestly, with some of the way the darkness tries to manifest itself in my mind, I honestly think if it wasn't for her, I would say the likelihood of me still being here would probably be fairly low. Yeah. So, in some ways, that change was great. Positive aspect about when I was medically retired, I got to spend more time with my kids. Got to spend more time with my wife. I wasn't constantly having to be gone for a year at a time, and it was got to move on to something else, to do something else. I'm now working as a photographer. So these things changed, but it was in a way that allowed me to grow and to continue. Were they uncomfortable? Was it a painful experience? My second marriage, no. Marriage to Jessica, not really a painful experience. Was it uncomfortable? Yeah, there were some aspects. There's some aspects about those kind of things that are going to make you uncomfortable. But there's stuff that we work together and we work through. So the biggest thing I want to point out today is just that, you could be going through a time when things are going up and down. Things could be chaotic. Things are changing. That's the nature of life. That's the nature of reality. The only things that don't change are the things that are dead, and they still may change as they decompose. So change is a natural is part of the natural order of things. So the biggest thing that you need to do is when you're faced with changes is to figure out how you want this to positively impact yourself. Because if you want to dwell on the negative aspects of it, it will impact you in a negative way. If you want to focus in on the positive aspects, and then that leads you to being able to have that change manifest itself and to impact you in a positive way. So that was pretty much the discussion I had in mind. wasn't really a long thing. Thursdays don't typically tend to be that long. But I do want to let you guys know I'm here pretty much noon Central Time, Monday through Thursday. Monday for Mental Health Mondays, Tuesday for Tuesday's Tips, where I talk about lighting, photography, and video. And then on Wednesday for Wednesday's Wellness. And then, of course, Thursday's Thoughts. Now, if you have topics that you would like to maybe discuss here, let me know. I'd be more than happy to entertain suggestions. So, with that, for those of you who celebrate, have a very Merry Christmas. And for those of you like me, glad Yule. And I will see you all next time. Tomorrow will be Foodie Friday with my wife Jessica on her channel. And we're doing sausage and cabbage something. So really looking forward to that. But Fridays at 4 p.m. Central Time, we do Foodie Fridays, and where we talk about food, we're making things, and we're also going to be discussing, whatever's going on in life with the kids and that kind of thing. So, hope you all join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. If not, I'll see you here on Monday at noon Central. And in the meantime, peace, love, and photography. And remember, everything can make a beautiful image, including you. Have a great afternoon.